Hello everyone, welcome to 12th standard English video lessons. Let me ask you one question. Have you got creativity in you? Yes, your answer is right. Absolutely, you have creativity. Creativity involves coming out of traditional pattern to look at things in a new way and new style. People who think creatively have a sense of wonder and joy in learning, and they are willing to take risks to go beyond the existing knowledge. So, my dear ones, have a creative thinking and learning. Best or worst, hope you will go till the last. I believe you are the best, so watch the lesson till the end. When man was born, language was born. When language was born, communication was born. Reading and writing is the most rewarding activity in the history of mankind. This video lesson deals with the three major topics of writing. Number 1, the powerful way of communication, the letter writing. Number 2, the inspiring way of communication, the article writing. Number 3, the extensive way of writing, the essay writing. And finally, to know your creativity, some questions for assignment. Okay, fine. Now we see each topics in our perception. Let's start with the first topic, the letter writing. Writing letters is an art. In the days of cell phones, email, and text messages, letter writing can seem hopelessly outdated. But it's an art worth bringing back that modern technology cannot touch. The history of language says man started writing letters initially to the members of the family and friends in an informal way, expressing his love and affection. As the civilization developed, he learned to draft letters formally and officially for placing orders, complaints, asking permission, submitting applications, etc. In the course of development, when he faced challenges and issues in the society, he just came out to bring them to the public attention through newspapers to find solutions and biased. Like this, there came three types of letter: informal letter, formal letter, and neutral letter. Well, let's continue with the three types of letter. The first type is informal letter, which is known as personal letter. These letters are to family and friends. The second type is formal letter, which is otherwise called impersonal letter. They are written to government offices, institutions, and private organizations for placing order, complaints, requests, etc. The third type is neutral letter. They are the letters to editor of the journals to find solutions for the social issues and biased. These letters carry out the messages in an appealing way and fulfill the purpose of the writers. Fine. This page tells you the downstairs of formal and informal letters. The first step is heading. It means writing place and date. The second step is inside address. Here you are writing the sender's and the receiver's address. The third step is salutation. Here you are greeting your addressee. Fourth step is subject, which says about what you are writing. Fifth step is body of the letter that carries your ideas. The sixth step is subscription. Here you are signing off. And the final step is, the seventh step is superscription, which is the address on the cover. We are not writing inside address and subject in informal letters. So, 5 steps for informal letters, 7 steps for formal letters. Here is a sample of informal letter which provides us the format of the informal letter. The title of the letter is Write a letter to your uncle about your plan to join a course in computer science. This letter carries the 5 steps for informal letter which we have discussed in the previous slide. The first step is heading. Here we write place and date and we use comma and full stop. The second step is salutation. Here we greet the addressee and we use comma. The third step is the body of the letter, which starts with a good beginning and ends with a good leave taking. In between, it carries our ideas and opinions. And the fourth step is subscription. Here we are signing off with the words yours lovingly followed by comma. The last step is superscription. Here we write the receiver's address. This is address on the envelope. Here we write the receiver's address. This is an example of formal letter that provides us the format of the formal letter. The title of the letter is Write a letter to the headmaster of your school requesting him to provide you with a bona fide certificate enabling you to join the technical course in an institution. This letter carries the 7 steps of formal letter. The first step is heading. Here we write place and date and we use comma and full stop. The second step is inside address. Here we write the sender's address and the receiver's address. From and to are not followed by any comma. The third step is the salutation. It is a formal way of greeting the addressee. The fourth step is subject. It conveys what is the purpose of writing. The fifth step is the body of the letter. It starts with a formal way of beginning and ends with a formal way of leave taking. The sixth step is subscription. Here we are signing off with the words yours truly followed by comma. The last step is superscription, the address on the envelope where we write the receiver's address. This is a model of job application to show you how to respond to an advertisement or how to submit a resume, biodata or curriculum vitae to an institution seeking for a suitable person for a job vacancy. In this job application, we should follow the same format of formal letter, the same 7 steps with 3 extra steps, the curriculum vitae or biodata, declaration and candidate sign. In this application, find out the 10 steps that we are to follow. Number 1, heading. Number 2, inside address. Number 3, salutation. Number 4, subject. Number 5, body of the letter. Number 6, subscription. Number 7, biodata or curriculum vitae. Number 8, declaration. Number 9, candidate sign. Number 10, superscription. I hope you know how to send an application now. Here is a slide for neutral letter. A letter to the editor of the Deccan Chronicle complaining about the rash driving of the motorists of two-wheelers and four-wheelers on the crowded road. The format of the letter is a little different. First, sender's address with the date, next receiver's address, then subject followed by salutation, not salutation followed by subject in the other formal letters. Then body of the letter, then as usual, subscription followed by superscription. The complaints, the problems and the expected solutions are discussed in the body of the letter. Go through the letter and learn how to write a neutral letter, the editorial letter. Now I believe hereafter you will also try to post your grievances and complaints in the editorial column of your newspaper, right? Our next topic is article writing. An article is a piece of writing written for a large audience through journals, dailies and magazines. Example, scientific papers, blogs, news articles and Usenet. Suppose you have some opinions regarding a topic and you want to tell people about it. How will you do it? You can tell the opinion to persons near you. But what if you want to tell the world? How will you convey? You will write those opinions in newspapers, magazines and journals or in their blogs, isn't it? This is what called article writing. You all know that the inspiring articles of great freedom fighters in the journals played a major role in the independence of India. Let's see the structure of the article. First, you have to write name and place. The second one is introduction. And third, you have to write the explanation. And the last one is the conclusion. This is the structure of an article. Here is an article published in the Indian Express. The topic is bird's evolution. The topic can be the interest of the writer or it may be related to some current issues, serious or non-serious, but it should be presented impressively to get the attention of the world. In this article, The structure is followed. First, the name and date. Second, introduction. Third, explanation. And the last, conclusion. I expect you to try to write articles in the journals and magazines. It's time to see the third topic, the essay writing. Every secret of your writer's soul, every experience of his life, every quality of his mind, he has written large in his works, which takes a new dimensional form, the essay. It shows the extensive reading and extensive writing of the writer. Essays can be classified into four types to focus on the person's interest. They are narrative essay, descriptive essay, expository essay, persuasive essay. Here it is said, telling a story is narrative essay, describing something in colorful words is descriptive essay, writing about the facts and science is expository essay, convincing the readers is persuasive essay or argumentative essay. Now we see the structure of the essay. The three parts of the essay are introduction, body of the essay, and conclusion. The introduction carries a very good intro to the topic. Body of the essay carries all the ideas, explanation, and data, and the conclusion carries a very good ending to the essay. See, this is the model of a narrative essay. Telling a story or an experience interestingly and effectively is called a narrative essay. It's also entertaining, and here first person I and we can be used. The experience of the person climbing a mountain is narrated without boring the readers. See this essay. This essay carries the structure of the essay like introduction, body of the essay, and conclusion. The introduction carries a very good beginning, and the body of the essay carries a very beautiful side heading, and the conclusion carries a good ending. You can give a beautiful side heading to the body of the essay and go through the essay so that you can have a good idea to present a narrative essay. The essay that describes a place, a person, or a thing or an idea in colorful words to drag your readers to your side is called a descriptive essay. See the title of this essay, My Home, the Sweet Home. And this essay carries the structure of the essay, the introduction, body of the essay, and the conclusion. The introduction carries a very beautiful beginning, and the body of the essay carries a very beautiful points related to home, and it carries a very creative side heading, Home is a Paradise, and the conclusion also carries a beautiful ending, My house is my fortress. Likewise, we can describe a place in your descriptive essay. I hope by this time you might have known what's this. Yes, this is an example of expository essay. Expository essay is an essay that requires evaluate an idea in a clear, concise manner to present the fact and science. See this essay, the topic of the essay is measles. This essay carries the exact structure of the essay, the introduction, the body of the essay, and the conclusion. The introduction says what is measles. The body of the essay deals with the causes, symptoms, and the remedies of the measles. And the conclusion ends with a good solution of measles, the MMR vaccination. Likewise, you can also present any scientific fact with clear data and evaluation. We have come to the final part of the essay writing, the fourth type, argumentative essay or the persuasive essay. It deals with the strong arguments of both the sides, opposing view and refusing the opposing view. See the title, Why Students Should Be Allowed to Use Laptops in Schools. Actually, this topic is not accepted unanimously by all, but this essay persuades the readers to take it positively. Go through the introduction, body of the essay, and the conclusion. The introduction says how laptop entered the student's life. The body of the essay deals with the merits and the demerits of the laptops. After discussing the merits and the demerits, The conclusion convinces the readers that there is no wrong in using the laptops by the children in schools. So, to write an argumentative essay or the persuasive essay, you must have strong and valuable points on your side to convince the readers. In this video lesson, you have learnt letter writing, article writing and essay writing. Based on your learning, here 3 questions are given as assignment. Try the answers and send them to my inbox. Twitter is an effective for broadcasting what you are eating for lunch. Email is fantastic for quick exchanges. But when it comes to share one's true thoughts, sincere sympathies, ardent love, and deepest gratitude, words traveling along an invisible superhighway will never compensate and will never be suffice. So develop the art of writing and creative competency. Take care, stay happy and blessed. Thank you.